In face of the developing Geneva negotiations to cut a deal with Iran over their nuclear program, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that in this diplomatic route, Iran gets everything it wanted and yet pays nothing. And as Netanyahu warns of a dangerous deal for peace and for the international community, Israelis voiced their opinion as well.
I think that there is no way that we can negotiation with Iran.
I think we should continue to pressurize the Iranians, and there shouldn't be an agreement until the Iranians agree to stop the process of making their nuclear weapons. And sanctions should be continued to be made on the Iranian regime, and the world should continue putting pressure on the Iranians, and there shouldn't be any agreement with them until they agree to stop the nuclear armament process completely.
If for us it's an existential threat, for the United States it's just a threat. Your interests are different than the United States on this. Not wildly different, but different in, let's say, qualitative difference. That is, we are more afraid of the threat than they are. I would assume that if the United States doesn't, and the threat to Israel is great enough, Israel will do something to protect itself.
I think that Bibi needs to continue with his move, and I think Bibi is doing a great job.
And yet some Israelis believe that the diplomatic route is the way to go.
I think we should be talking with Iran. I think diplomacy is always better than to use weapons. Maybe by deadlines you can reach a final solution with them, you know, because the sanctions are working, and it has a lot of economic damage to Iran. So maybe we can get an agreement with them. Maybe we can talk through diplomacy and not through war. I don't think no one wants any more wars in Israel.
Talks are the right way to do it. War are not killing people is not the way to make people understand that we want to live here. We should talk to them. They know they want to live. We know we want to live. Everybody wants to live their lives. That's it.
We should interact with Iran, but I agree with France. We don't have to accept a fool's bargain. And I think Netanyahu would like to see a deal with Iran as well. It's just what deal? The deal is to shut down their nuclear program. That's the deal. And I think it possibly is out there. If the pressure on Iran is enough, they will hopefully decide to do what's best for their country.
In his meeting with John Kerry last week, Netanyahu reminded him that no deal is better than a bad deal and urged him not to rush and sign one. He also stressed that Israel would not be obliged by this potential agreement and will do everything it needs to in order to defend itself and its people. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv, Israel.